Broscos. Brothers. Yes, I am wearing sunglasses in the dark. That's the point. That is the point of this video. Okay, let's get across. This is the other point of this video, to cross this street. So let me come in with, there's gonna be a bit of gold in this, to be honest. The levels of these videos, honestly, when I was 25, I would have emptied my bank account to have access to my 38-year-old brain and experiences. I'm not even joking. So it's gonna start to go golder and golder and golder whenever I put these out. And at some point I'll stop. I will stop at some point. I don't know when. At some point I will stop. But right now I'm walking around with sunglasses on, with my shirt open, yeah? Let's get the chain out. Let's get the chain out. Right. So just been to the mall, done a bit of a shop. Bought myself a new baseball cap. And I've just got some bombs to drop right now. Anyone who's cold approaching, anyone who's traveling around the world, how do I approach these girls in these different territories? Anyone who's doing any type of approach of any description, it might be a club approach, whatever. Let me rattle your brain a little bit. Okay. So I did a video yesterday about my night out. Yeah. The fun factor. That is what is missing in everybody's bloody cold approach, yeah? Including entourage guys, especially some of the entourage guys, yeah? Yeah. We've got this model where because everyone's solo and because it's atypical, everyone's forcing themselves through fucking force of will and discipline. And I get it. I have been there. I did exactly the same for months on end, right? And you do get some results, and you start off like shit, and then you ascend, right? Let's start to make this a little bit more fun, shall we? Yeah. Let's start to make this whole thing a bit more enjoyable, right? It is not serious. It's not serious at all. Like, it's not a serious pursuit, right? We're not like, I don't know, we're not fighting space aliens or something. Like, we're just going to talk to a few chicks. That's all we're doing, right? In public. Let's have fun with it. Let's just have fun with it. And so that's what came into my mind after last night. I had so much fun with those guys last night. And so a few things came into my mind, right? How can we make this stuff more fun? If we go out and do a session, let's enjoy it. We only live once. Do you want to be slaving around when you're in your personal life, in your downtime, at the weekend, yeah? After you've worked like 50 hours, 60 hours, you then want to go and do like hours of like powering around, like holding your fists, hyperventilating. Is that what you want to do? I don't want to do that, boys, right? And it's an easy trap to fall into. It's an easy trap to fall into. So how can we make it more fun? Number one, if you've got any boys around you, go out with them and have a laugh, yeah? When your mate's approaching, throw a banana at him, yeah? Throw a strawberry at him. Do stupid things, yeah? I remember when we were doing our GCSE exams, we had a competition who could put the stupidest sentence into their GCSE history or something. And I think it was pretty close. I think the one I got in was falls apart like a shoddily built Chinese motorcycle. I always remember that. We talked about things you could put in. It's just banter. It's just absolute bullshit banter. I got a good mark on that paper anyway. It's just bullshit and banter. Like, let's just lighten up, yeah? So if you got boys to go out with them, yeah? And as a second point as well on this, it's more important to build up networks of mates, yeah? It's more important to have boys in your area, your city. That's more important than approaching chicks, okay? If you're just like let's say you're just a Tinder guy, right? Or even, let's go with the extreme, let's go with Tinder. A guy who just meets girls on Tinder that come to his house, and he's got no friends and no social skills, and not that skills is really what it's about, but like, he just doesn't have any mates. What is he? He's fucking loser. He's Hannibal Lecter, yeah, with chicks. And it's a little bit the same if you're going out doing cold approach. You are making your life 10 times harder, right? So you got to be on the lookout for good guys, like as much, if not more, than on the lookout for attractive women. Because one good wingman, anyone who's been around it knows, one good wingman, easily, a shit wingman is probably worth about 5 women. Yeah, like a good wingman. I have wingmen, yeah. Between us, I don't know what the like mutual benefit was. It's actually demented, to be honest. It's crazy. Yeah? Guys meet their wives and stuff like this, right? So, and your mates usually stick around longer, and you know, cultivate these things, cultivate these people, right? If you can connect to a connector, if you're not the most sociable guy, there's a lot of guys in the entourage who are very intelligent, but they're not the sociable guy, right? I'm in that area as well. I'm not the most sociable, hyper sociable guy. So if I see a connector and we get on well, brilliant. I'm not gonna just ignore that guy. I'll be like, okay, he's inviting me to this? Yeah, I'll go. Amazing, right? And because I'm cool or whatever, I'm just normal. Strength in numbers, yeah. The more of us, the better. So, yeah, that's another point as well. Friends, you know, my God, friends, yeah. Secondly, right, you cannot be taking women seriously. They're not serious creatures. They're not serious entities, yeah. They're not to be taken seriously. Like actually think about them properly. If you know women, you know they're not to be taken seriously. They're just fucking not. They're not at all, man. They're not at all. And this is like, I've never seen this in the red pill, you know. Have a sense of humor. These fucking absolute losers, right? Next point on this, humor and fun. People don't know this on the internet because they don't have fun. They stay at home and they watch the internet. That's what I've realized people do these days. I was not of that generation. I was go out, have a wicked life, do whatever you can, occasionally check in, see if there's any cool stuff online. So that was where I come from. I'm realizing that actually a lot of people are the opposite. They're mostly on the internet. So get yourself out and you'll realize the people having the fun, having the party, they win. They win this game, dude. They win. The Cuban guys yesterday, one of the guys had broken teeth across the front, the poor guy. Absolutely taking over. Bruv, do you actually know what it's like to grow up in fucking Cuba? It is one of the poorest places on earth, yeah? Those guys have got, like, there's no education. There's fucking nothing. There's nothing, dude. There's nothing. Like, there's no medicine, there's no fucking dentist. There's fuck all, mate. There's no electricity, never mind the fucking internet. Like, and those guys are coming in overseas with no advantages. They've got nothing to lose. But what they do is they're born partiers. That was the only thing that you could legally do on the island. Yeah, is party. That was the only thing you could legally do. Look at these it's a weird sorry, there was a guy snogging a girl. I thought I might be able to cold approach them, mate, but we can't multitask too much. Stay on track. So yeah, I'm out with these guys, and I've been in this scenario 1,000, maybe literally 1,000 times, out with a bunch of Latinos, right? Taking over a place, which they don't even have the money to get into. Okay, we're somehow blagging our way into the fucking areas, whatever. Just having fun, yeah? Guess what happens? They win because they're having fun. It's not a fake. It's not fake fun. You can't do that. You can't pretend to have fun. You've got to actually have fun. So there you go. They go in, completely take over this place. And then I get involved with them at some point. They take me under their wing. I know the drill, boys. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for the invite. Right, so they're having the most fun, right? And they're also getting the most girls. They're even getting a Serbian guy's girlfriend. 2 of them got the Serbian guy's girlfriend's number, and she was the fittest girl in the club. So poor, the guy was young as well. I did feel sorry for him, but again, don't take it seriously. Your girl is not to be taken seriously, right? They're not serious entities. Like, if I'm being serious about anything, it's that women are not to be taken seriously. Okay. Oh, you're a misogynist. No, I'm not. I love women. You cannot take them seriously. Okay. They're ridiculous things. Okay. So let's have some fun with them, yeah? They know that as well. Yeah? Especially when, like, maybe, okay, professional context. Let's not be retards, obviously. But socially, come on, let's have some fucking fun. Yeah? Name me 3 female philosophers. Yeah? This is my point. You can't. De Beauvoir, fuck off, right? She wasn't a philosopher. Anyway, I'm not going to go down the serious route. They're not to be taken seriously. She was not to be taken seriously. Jean-Paul Sartre did not take her seriously. He just boned her and then said, look, get your veiny intellectual head away from me, yeah? Simone. Okay, so even Simone was not to be taken seriously. Just have fun, yeah? Have some fucking fun. So that's a big takeaway, right? There's a little bit of discipline with daytime, even maybe with nighttime. You gotta go. And if you feel resistance, just push through that and then have fun, right? Get rejected, have fun, right? It's funny. It's fucking funny, right? You're not being rejected. Next thing as well, I've realized as well, like in Serbski here, a lot of these I'm getting chased now by a stray dog. A lot of these quite serious, you know, like the way they look, like they're sort of like, you know, that type of thing, Kim Kardashian type vibe. The Balkans, the guys are all like, you know, whatever, prowling around. It's a front, my brother. It's a front. It's a pure front. Once I realized this, which is, I think it was yesterday in the club, I realized this. I was like, it's all a pure front. It's a pure, absolute bullshit front. Just as fake as anything in Western Europe. Maybe more. And that's fine. It's cultural, I get it, right? But let's go beyond that, right? So once I realized that today, some of these like real serious face chicks, so a couple of them just didn't stop, whatever. And I'm just like, I literally just laughed. I laughed at them. I just literally laughed in their face. Because it's quite funny. It's weird behavior, you know. They didn't want to stop, whatever. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, you're a funny person. And it's the same with these like big guys, you know. I know it. I know this even from before, because I remember I cold approached some policemen, some guys. I was trying to strike up some banter with them or something. I can't remember what it was, and I realised they can't handle banter. They don't have any, and that's when I realised it's all a front. It's a front really for a lack of social skills. That's basically what that tough guy thing is. It's like, yeah, okay, you go to the gym, you lift weights, whatever, you do kickboxing. All right, cool. What's your point? Do you know what I mean? That's not 99.999999999% of your life. That's just a hobby, yeah? Maybe once in your entire life. Like, do you know what I mean? Most of the time it's about your social skills, right? In fact, really 100% of the time it's about your social. It's not a skill. It's not a skill. It's just being light-hearted, yeah? And so I realised that about the, this is a good example, right? We've got, someone's coming out of an ambulance, right? If nothing like that's happening, fucking laugh on. And even if it is, have some banter with them as well. So, yeah, where was I on this? I'm rambling a little bit, but I think it's productive. It was definitely productive, in fact. So I got out today. Let's do a little bit of a session. And I was like, I've noticed in myself, this is something I naturally do when I go to places. I naturally just kind of have a look a little bit at what people are wearing, and I kind of slightly adapt. Not my clothes, but like even the way I'm wearing the clothes, I slightly adapt it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a tourist thing. I don't want to look too out of place. Whatever fucking reason, I don't know, right? It's something I've always done from a young age. And it's surprising how much you can just like shift things around a little bit. Just with a few, you know, the way you button things up or something. I don't know, right? So I thought to myself today, I'm not going to try and go out and be some boring Balkan guy. I'm going to go out in my fucking sunglasses, yeah? With my cap backward, yeah? Like a Latino rapper, yeah? A wannabe Latino rapper. So that's what I did. It's very obvious, like looking like this, it's very obvious I'm not from here. Because there's no Serbian guy would walk around looking like this. But a guy from Puerto Rico would. So when I'm going into my opens, I'm just like, yo, what's up? Hey, what's up? I'm not trying to conform to their culture because it's theirs. It's not mine. And I do really like it. I can see some real limitations here in terms of people are as in the tracks between the lines as they are in the West. Maybe more so. I think the tracks are better tracks here. That's what I would say. But they're still in them, yeah? And they need someone just to come and free them up a little bit, yeah? So some opens, some fantastic opens. Got one, who cares what I got? The boldest one as well. The ones I don't like doing is the doubling back, running after the girl. I did one of those. That's the one that closed. Just another fitness model, like ass fantastic chick. Who gives a shit, man? It's about the freedom. It's about the freedom. My favorite open was telling a girl she looked like a sexy librarian or something. I can't remember what it was, like a glamorous librarian or something. There'll be 4 or 5 girls who like they properly lit up on the compliments. Like some of them had to go. It didn't quite stick. But what's that to me? What's that to me? Who gives a shit? I'm just a Latino DJ cruising around the city, spreading the vibe. Yeah. I win. There's nothing to win because there's no competition. Yeah. Out of this competitive fucking, the red pill guys. The only useful thing that they said to guys is your peak is not 25, your peak is 35, and later, right? Women have it a little bit harder later on, right? That's the only useful thing they said. Everything else should be burnt. And I actually literally think those guys, like, if you actually brought them on a session with a bunch of toothless Cuban guys, and you would see truly how idiotic these people were. Like, it's a fucking joke. It's an absolute fucking joke. So, all of that stuff. And unfortunately, guys who spend too much time on the internet as a cowardly way of getting out of actually going out and having a life. But it doesn't need to, even that cowardly puts it into this brave thing, just as an excuse for not having a life, yeah? Well, it poisoned a lot of people, unfortunately. Yeah, my advice, honestly, for anyone, find a group of the most extroverted people you can possibly be around and get around them, yeah? Whatever it is, get around them. Even if you're the quiet guy, trust me, you will benefit. Trust me, you'll benefit. It will rub off on you. You don't have to fully change your personality. This is the thing with groups. You always have different characters in groups. Like, sometimes it's the quiet guy that gets all the girls. Definitely. But if he's in a group, yeah? Not if he's on his own, staring at the floor. Anything else on this front? We've covered fun, mainly. We've covered power of just fun and brotherhood, being with your mates. We've covered clothing, going down my track. I'm not going to try and conform to, I swear all the Serbian guys, they all dress like they're in the fucking special forces. Like, dude, what are we, like, the war's over, yeah? Well, we won't go into the outcome, but the war's over, yeah? For you guys. We are in peacetime, yeah? Like, that's, I wish went out today and bought an orange cap. It's like, whatever. You know, I go to the gun range, I train. But, you know, even Napoleon was fucking wearing some pimped out bright shit, you know? Some flair. But yeah, it's this overkill, right? It's overkill for this identity. So yeah, clothing, right? And appearance. Doing your own thing. That was why those guys approached me yesterday in the club, the guys from Havana. That's why. Because there were other guys in there. There was a few solo guys in there as well. But I looked good. Like I looked like a, you know, I just kind of looked like I should be around there. I'm pretty sure. And I was like speaking to people and stuff, but I was, you know, I was getting to know the place really. I'm sure that's why they spoke to me. I'm sure that's why. But who cares really? It doesn't matter. Then the last thing I'm going to say on this front, the last nugget of gold. This is pure fucking gold, by the way. Don't take this for granted. If you have the fortune to see this video, do not take this for granted. If I'd seen this at 25, yeah, the amount of more ass I would have got, more easily, the amount I would have understood would have been incredible, right? I'm literally giving you the keys to the kingdom, yeah? Free. Just because doing this is more fun than walking and not talking. So the last thing I want to say is pulling the girl into your territory. In MMA, right? The guys who are good at wrestling, they want to get things in the wrestling area, yeah? It's not a fight, it's not a conflict. I'm gonna have to take these off because I'm fucking on it, I don't give you to see. It's not a fight, it's not a conflict. But they take things to the wrestling area, right? I mean, approach is not conflict. Right? The guys who are strikers, they want to keep it in striking. Guys who are boxers, they want to keep boxing people, right? The cardio guys, they want to go deep. The power guys, they want to get it finished. Early doors, right? They want it to be game over, early doors. You want to take your girl to your point of strength. Don't go in on trying to be in someone else's point of strength, right? You want to take them into your personal kingdom. I'm pulling you into my world right now. You're coming over here with me. Stand, stop. Hey, what's up? Yeah, no, don't move. Stand, stay, stop. Talk to me. Yeah. You're pulling them into your world. Yeah? In every possible sense. This is what they want. This is what they want. So just do it. It's what they want, yeah? You might have to deprogram a little bit of bullshit, but just do it a few times. Like if you see girls walking away, just say stop. Stop. Mostly they'll stop. Yeah? Sometimes they won't, mostly they will. And that's just on the approach. As a general thing, right? So, but with that, also, you know, you also do want to be having fun as well. If your thing is like you're a stamp collecting guy, you're not getting a girl from Badistan who wants to see your stamps, yeah? It's not happening, yeah? So you need to develop something fun as well. And then you can have these little quirks and stuff. But I mean, yeah, you could try it. By all means, try it. Yeah, you might, and if you do strike gold and you find the stamp girl, then you know, feel free to message me. No, don't feel free. Definitely message me. and say, dude, I proved you wrong. I found this fucking 10 who's into stamp collecting, right? But as a general rule, like, yeah, take the girls into your area of strength as much as you can. So let's say you're a guy who's got some money, right? Do not go to some fucking stupid, expensive place and just buy the girl a standard, boring fucking meal. Don't do that, because it's not fun, yeah? And you're just burning through money, even if you don't care. It just is so fucking boring, right? Instead of that, think about your childhood fantasy. Did you want to ride on a jet ski with a beautiful woman behind you, right? Or is there something more exciting you can do with that money that's actually fun for you, right? In your world, right? And like, you know, if you can be a bit flexible, if there's something the girl suggests which is great, let's not be Asperger's about this, yeah? You know, you could be a bit flexible. I told you about the date I had with the Brazilian, but she got me to ride her fucking scooter, and about 20 minutes in, I'm like, love, you gotta take this because it's fucking raining, yeah? And I'm gonna crash. I've never ridden one of these before. So it wasn't like the most alpha thing of all time. You know, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, bringing them into your territory, your turf. So today I've just been like, I'm not trying out any Serbski. I'm not trying out anything like that. No Serbian was spoke, or a few sentences, but I'm just like, no, come to my turf. Come speak English with moi. Stop, talk. But with a smile. That's another thing as well. When you do the commanding stuff, don't be like a complete psycho. If you can do it with just a slight, like a hint of fun, but commanding, you're like you're the fucking humorous dictator, yeah? That's what these girls crave, bro. It's a fucking dictator. Honestly. You're the humorous dictator, yeah? You're the pharaoh with a smile, right? You're commanding, you're in charge. But you've got a smile about it, dude. It's not too serious. And if they don't comply, that's fine, dude. That's absolutely fine. So that's 27 minutes, 39 seconds of pure fucking gold. This is pure gold, right? Maybe I shouldn't be saying this to people on the internet. If you can't do these things, just start to move in this direction. Move 30% in this direction, yeah? If I could push you 300, you probably need to go 500% in this direction if you're watching this video. Honestly, you probably do, right? But if I can push you 30%, 50%, yeah? Then you'll start to notice differences fast. You will start to notice differences fast. So, yeah, no more gold for this evening. I hope that was helpful. I know it was. Peace, love, unity, música, caliente. Enjoy your weekend.